Well, welcome back, everyone. We've got Callie here with Animal Management and Welfare, who you brought a rabbit with you today.
Yes, this is a Flemish giant. They're kind of rare, but very valuable.
Definitely gigantic,
yes,
for sure. And this one's here is named Mollie. Let's see if we can get a little close-up of Mollie here. And I gotta say, she is the sweetest looking rabbit I've ever seen.
Yes, very cuddly, very docile.
Yes, she's
knows
just
how to
hanging
fetch,
out.
very intelligent.
Perfect.
You know.
Hey. So tell us a little bit about her and what you're really looking for. Of course, always want to find these pups their forever homes, right?
Yeah. Mollie is a spayed female. She's about 4 years old. She's been at the shelter for 23 days.
Okay.
She does great with other dogs. Most of the time she's pretty laid back and calm, but she is a little rough and tumble when she plays. So
Not very nice.
maybe not small kids or other small animals, but if
Okay.
you've got other medium to large dogs, she would fit right in with your family.
Perfect. And so let's just kind of talk about the whole adoption process with, animal management and welfare. People are looking for a dog, a cat, whatever. What's the best way for them just to get plugged in with animal management and welfare to find their new best friend?
The best way is always to come visit us at our adoptions office at 3501 South Osage. You can also check out our website, aamw.amarillo.gov. You can browse animals that we have that are available, read a little bit about them, watch videos on their profile, things like that, get an idea of their personality.
Well, they're definitely all sweeties for sure. And let's say maybe there's somebody out there who they really have a passion for helping pets, but they're maybe not quite in a place right now where they can full on commit to adopting, but they still want to do their part. What's some great ways for them to get plugged in with management and welfare? Because you'll have lots of cool opportunities, right?
We'd love to have you guys out to volunteer if you are passionate about animals. We have on-site enrichment where you can just take the dogs out of the kennel, go to some play yards, and we also just started our Doggy Day Out program where volunteers can take shelter dogs out into Amarillo for a day to maybe meet new prospective adopters or just let them get a break from the shelter environment for a little bit.
And I think that's a really cool thing. I mean, because obviously enrichment there at the shelter is really great, but like I said, the doggy day out, getting to go and socialize them, and get to meet new people, and like I said, maybe they fall in love with, a prospective adopter. And so tell us kind of how you've, like I said, this is kind of a new program for animal management and welfare. How have you kind of seen the community respond to this new program?
So far, the community reception has been very positive. We've had a lot of great dogs get adopted from the exposure they were able to get during Doggy Day Out. And it just makes the dogs themselves so happy. So we're very happy with it so far.
So what do people need to know if they want to come, they want to volunteer with animal management and welfare, they want to get plugged in with that? Who do they need to reach out to? There we go. The jig is up.
The hoax has been
Mollie is a big dog, as a matter of fact, not a bunny rabbit.
First step is to apply online at our website, Amarillo Animal Management and Welfare. Once you fill out the application, there's a brief training you have to attend.
Okay.
We'll email you and get that scheduled. And then you just come over to the shelter and we'll get you set up.
And you get to play with dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a great time for sure. And Mollie here, she's gonna taste those bunny ears, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But of course, all kinds, like I said, you got dogs, you got cats, everything like that. And just kind of talk about like what you see, the people who come and do the enrichment there at the shelter. I mean, how do you see the dogs respond to getting that socialization and things like that?
It makes all the difference in the world. I mean, dogs are very social, very loving creatures. And while our shelter staff tries very hard to provide that, of course, there are just so many. So making sure that every dog has a chance to get some attention and get some playtime every day is just so critical and good for them.
Absolutely. Well, you have to come meet Mollie at Animal Management and Welfare. Maybe she could be your new best friend. You said she's about 4 years old. She's fixed.
Yeah.
Like I said, pretty docile. She's a big sweetie for sure. So thank you for bringing Mollie in. And like I said, if you love Mollie just like we do here, you need to come and visit the Animal Management and Welfare. Maybe you can adopt. So thank you as always for coming in. And one more time, website, phone number, how people can plug in with Management and Welfare.
Our adoptions office is at 3501 South Osage. Our phone number is 806-378-9032.
Perfect.
And our website, you can just Google Amarillo Animal Management and Welfare, aamw.amarillo.gov.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for bringing Mollie and coming and visiting with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, yes. And we got more. Second up, we're going to tell you about a study done on Chick-fil-A and why you should go to one right here in Amarillo when we come back.